Big Killzown on your phone, and money still long, and the team is forever, ever strong, man. This is a video response to my guy Oshay Jackson. He was talking about Reggie Bush and him not being black because he has a white wife. And I'm just here to tell everybody that Reggie Bush is still black with a white wife. Now, just because you're attracted to somebody doesn't mean that separates you from the struggle or the plight of the black race. You know what I'm saying? You cannot help who you're attracted to. And I feel like the same thing is said about that it's not said about black women. It's only when a black man decides that he wants to date outside of his race. Now he's a traitor. Now he's this, that, and the third. But it's, you know, with Reggie Bush, you even said, Oshay, that he was, he lived in a predominantly white area. So I can't help him. We can't help the fact that Reggie Bush likes white girls or Armenian girls or whatever, right? Because he was brought up around it. He wasn't brought up or raised around white. You know, he wasn't brought up and raised around black women, and that's what he was brought up and raised around, was white women. Now, not to say he doesn't find black women attractive, but do they find him attractive? Has he approached or has he dated black women? You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like it's stupid because when you had the kids, you brought up the kids, right? Them kids are always going to get viewed as black. You know what I'm saying? Always viewed as black. My grandmother is Irish and black and Native American. She's always been, and she is a fair-skinned woman, always been considered as black. Always. Had a black husband, but still had mixed kids. My mom and my aunt. You know what I'm saying? That did not stop them from being black. So even though you had who you choose to marry doesn't mean that you're not black. You know what I'm saying? Now, who you choose to marry does impact, you know, who you choose to marry got to know what comes along with being a black man or a black woman. You know what I'm saying? They got to know what comes with it. They got to know what they got to deal with as far as the family structure, traditions, how things are done when you get pulled over by the police, or how you are looked at in certain areas. Like, all of these things have to be taken into account. And is your white wife or husband down to ride? You know what I'm saying? Because I see more, and to be for real, I see more interracial dating on the woman's side, especially in St. Louis. I see more black women with white guys than I see black guys with white women. And that is the case. We don't give Venus and Serena hell for them dating outside of their race, do we? We don't say that they can't speak for black women or black people or whatever in general. We only reserve that for the men. And before I hear, because it's really driven by black women who feel like there's not enough good, attractive. That's the thing right there. There are good brothers right there, right? And sisters criticize men who date outside of the race, right? Because they're attractive. If they weren't attractive, but they have every other thing, they got money, they're successful, they got things going on. It's loads of black men. They just not attractive enough for most black women. That's the thing. It's loads of black men who are successful, but they're not attractive enough, so they attack the brothers who are quote unquote attractive and successful, but they negate to even mention the brothers who got it going on. So we got to, every time Reggie Bush says something about black culture, he now has to sit down because he's not married to a black woman. We don't, like I said, black women could feel like he's weird. Like, I want to go track down the sisters that these brothers who ended up marrying white women, and I want to know their experience with the guy. Were they attracted to him? Were they interested in the same things? Were they, you know what I'm saying? I feel like brothers who are, because they are still black, just because their spouse isn't black, you know what I'm saying? They're still black, and their kids are going to be labeled black. They're not going to be labeled white. We see it time and time again where kids are out in these suburban neighborhoods, and, you know, there's kids out here in these suburban neighborhoods, and lo and behold, what happens? What happens? Police get called all the time when black kids are outside playing. Light-skinned black kids, they get the police called on them, they get handcuffs thrown on them, they get thrown to the ground, they get harassed by the neighbors. That doesn't change them it does not change them because they have a white mother or a white father. They still get the same harassment, they still get the same treatment as if they were full-blooded black. So that's all I wanted to say, is that we got to quit saying that just because somebody married somebody, and this is a brother who is exclusively dated black woman saying this. We got to stop condemning the brothers and what they were. That brother, what was that billionaire brother that gave all that money to the HBCUs, and they told him because he got a white wife that they don't want the money? That's stupid. That's stupid. Oshay, come on, man. I mean, just because they marry outside of the race don't mean that they not down for the cause. You know what I'm saying? It don't mean that they not down for the cause. It don't mean that they spouse ain't down for the cause. You know what I'm saying? And they got the only problem of it is that they don't understand the difference in the disparity, like Eve and her husband. That's when it's a problem. That when they don't have a common ground and a commonality and common understanding of each other's race and background, that's when it's a problem. That's when it's a problem. That's when it's trouble. That's when it's bad. That is when it is a problem. When the other person in a relationship does not know, or does not care, or does not even attempt to understand what's going on. But anyway, it's Big Killzown on your phone. The money's still low, man. I wanted to make this video response, man. Not too long. You know I'm long-winded, but I'm working on it. But yeah, man, Reggie Bush is still black, Oshay. I mean, everybody feels some type of way because he went and chose the white woman. But again, this is what he was raised around. This is what he interacted with the most, was white people. So he's going to find it probably easier to talk to and connect to a white woman. You know what I'm saying? That's a whole different video for a whole different, you know, as far as compatibility and stuff like that. It's a whole different video, different topic for a different time. But anyways, Big Killzown on your phone. The money's still long. I'm out. Peace.